So right before I became profitable, I was actually about to quit trading, and I have been trying for so long. I did everything right, almost, not following the psychology, but everything else right. But even my strategies didn't work out that good. So even if I would have been disciplined, I wouldn't have achieved much. And I got to the point where I got stopped out like in one single 1 minute candle. Like it just spiked against me. And at that point I was just laughing. I was like, this is like, I'm wasting my time on doing this stuff. I was like I try to do everything right, but my strategy don't work, and the market just does like violates me this way. Like I can't even take this stuff serious anymore. So I told myself that I'm going to continue trading as usual, backtest, study, and trade live. But there's a catch. I don't care anymore. I simply don't care. Like I couldn't care less about the result. And I don't chase this dream of like becoming highly profitable living this lifestyle, because like I can't handle that pressure anymore. And that's actually when I became profitable, funny enough, because like I'm not making this stuff up, guys. Like this is serious stuff. Like I didn't care. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, and but then I actually, what changed was I saw the market in a completely new lens. Then I saw all the mistakes I made. And this strategy, like what I'm trading today, it's not like, it's obviously it is like SMC ICT concepts, but it's so different from what the majority of people use these strategies for. Obviously I use some of the concepts as like everyone else, but then I understood that those concepts in themselves, they are not a strategy, it's just concepts. That's why people who use this, like they always explain the concepts, but they rarely give you like perfect trading plans, how to actually trade profitably. Like all that stuff is just a kind of understanding of stuff that's happening in the market, but it's not going to make you profitable. And a lot of times I don't even trade those concepts. I don't care about the liquidity sweep. I don't care about the even the market structure shift. Sometimes I don't care. Or fair value gap. Like you don't have to trade that way. You can use them when they match what you're looking for, but if they don't, then don't look at them as the answer. They're not going to help you at all. The only thing that moves the market is, and I'm going to explain this further in this video. But if you're interested in my strategy, how I view the market, and my daily market analysis, which days are high probability, which days are low probability, and good setups, then there's a Discord link in the bio down below. But anyways, so I was so close to quitting trading, and the reason was that I simply wasn't able to, one, obviously be disciplined and follow the strategy, but two, I actually didn't have a strategy that worked really good. So at that point you get more and more frustrated, and it's just a matter of time until you blow it anyways. So contrary to what other people tell you, your number one priority should always be to develop a good strategy first. Then you can be disciplined, because if you do it the opposite way, it's like getting like 4 hours of sleep every night, eating terrible, but then going to the gym 2 hours a day, pushing yourself, being really disciplined, and then being shocked that you don't see a result. You can be super disciplined and still get stopped out time and time again. That's why I always preach that you have to learn a strategy first. And if I were you, I would ask myself, why do 1% fail? Is it psychology? Do you really think that in order to become profitable, successful, you have to have a better psychology than 99% of people? Probably not. Is it maybe that you should probably not trade the same way as everyone else? Probably. Because let's say you see some big trading mentor who gives you a strategy, whatever, and you think that this is the magic pill, this is going to work for you. Two things are happening here. It may work for the mentor because he's not telling you the secret sauce, like everything he knows why the strategy actually works. And for your eyes, it looks like you see the pattern, but you don't understand why it worked that time and why it's not going to work like 4 times in a row after that time. But he knows. That's what he's not telling you. I'm keeping it real, and I'm actually telling you everything I know. If you look at my videos where I go over technical analysis, you can see that I'm not like keeping anything to myself, because this is a small channel, and like I know that there are not lots of people watching, and I really try to help you guys out. If I would have had a big channel, I would not expose everything, but since it's so small, it doesn't affect the market. Like, everyone's not going to trade my strategy. I don't care. Just use it, whatever. Like, if you become profitable, good for you. Congratulations. But once you have the strategy, then everything is going to be really simple, because you know that you can easily get setups, like enough setups, so you don't stress, you don't feel the FOMO and all of that stuff. I'm currently in a trade as we speak, and I don't stress about it at all. I don't care. I'm relaxing. So once I actually became profitable was when I stopped caring about the outcome. I told myself that I'm not going to take it personal if it doesn't work out. I'm not going to take it personal if trading doesn't work out. And I realized that this is a difficult industry. This is a really tough industry, and I can't go in with any expectations anymore. And when I stopped going in with expectations, you know what I did? I told myself, I need to sit down and I need to learn. I need to go on YouTube. I need to search for different trading mentors, and I need to be critical and not just use any mentor. Like, if I watch like 1 hour of his content and I don't feel like this is really interesting, on to the next. I kept doing that until I found a mentor that actually worked for me. And then I realized that trading doesn't have to be complicated at all. You just need to find what works for you, and then it's really simple. And then it's not that hard to be disciplined anymore, because you trust your strategy. That means you can identify miles away if the market is consolidating, if there is a setup, or if there isn't a setup. And what I also realized is that I always try to chase 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 10, like high risk reward. And then I realized that you don't need that high of a risk reward. Like, I always had some profits, and then they disappeared because I didn't close anything. Then I realized, by sticking to mostly 1 to 2 risk reward, like, the market is always going to move a bit in your favor. So if you're not a complete amateur and you actually understand structure and the swings, there's really nothing holding you back from taking a 1 to 2 trade every single time. And then I realized I took that 1 to 2 trade again and again and again, and it hit my TP, and then it quickly reversed. So I got the move, I got out, I closed the trade, and that's it. Because the market, like, the more it trends in one direction, in one move, the easier it is for everyone to make profits. That's why the market doesn't do that very often. It goes more like swing high, swing low. And I actually realized that just trading the swings, like inside the swings, it's so much easier than to try to catch an expansion every single time, because that's why you don't get setups that often, and that's why you get stopped out eventually. Like, the skill gap in the market is high. That means you need to focus on your skill. And once you have a really high skill and you are really good technically, it's easy to have a high win rate on 1 to 2, because people think that, oh, your win rate doesn't, like, in order to trade 1 to 2, like the wins doesn't cover the losses the same way as 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. But the thing is, if you're really good, then 1 to 2 is going to work so many times that it just works. And that's what people need to understand. Like, not chase this crazy 1 to 4, 1 to 5 all the time. You can do that sometimes, but not all the time. Just become really good technically, lower your expectations, take losses quicker, close before it even hits your stop loss sometimes, because your intuition tells you that this isn't a good trade anymore. and just see how your account grows. If you want my strategy, just watch other technical analysis videos I've already made, or join my Discord, and I'm happy to help you there. And that's it for today, guys. Once you actually become a student of the market and realize that don't look for patterns, look for like what actually moves the market, then nothing can shock you anymore. You just know when to trade and not to trade, because you don't trade patterns, you trade actual price action, like the mechanics behind the market. That's it for today, guys. I wish you good luck, and I'm gonna see if my trade hit the TP or not. Good luck.